Hi there. Okay, lesson number 2 is talking about powers of 10 and the 0 exponent. So what we're going to do is we're going to evaluate each of these and then determine the rule for the powers of 10. Okay. Okay, so have your calculator ready. Okay, get prepared. Here we go. So 10 to the 1 is 10. Okay, that's fairly simple. 10 squared, well that's 10 times 10, so that gives me 100. Okay, 10 cubed, this is 10 times 10 times 10. Okay, and 10 cubed equals
Jersey Friesen and William Ketchum to the 910 office, please.
1,000. Okay, and again, make sure you add your comma. Next up, we have 10 to the 4th, so that's 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which equals 10,000. Do you notice here that whatever the exponent is, that's how many zeros we have? Okay, so 10 to the 5 would still be 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. And because it has 5 as the exponent, it would be 100,000. Okay, same thing, 10 to the 6th would be 10 times 10. Dots are also another way to write multiplication, okay, as long as you don't write them as periods, okay. So this would be 1 million. Okay, don't forget to write those commas, okay. 10 to the 7th, I think we're getting the idea here. 10. Okay, so if this was 1 million, now we're going to have 10 million. 7 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right on. And our last one, 10 to the 8th. Okay, and then that would be 100 million. Whew, that's a lot of zeros. So 6, 7, 8 matches the exponent. Okay, right on. So what is the power of 10 rule? Okay, so the exponent equals the number of zeros. Okay, but what happens with the power with an exponent that goes to 0, like 10 to the 0? Okay, well, let's see here. If we go 10 to the 0, what do we get? We should have zeros. 0 zeros, no zeros. Okay, what will we be left with then? What will we be left with? 1. Okay, so what about 10 to the 0? Give me 2 seconds here. Okay. So a power with an exponent of 0 equals 1. Okay. So for example, 10 to the 0 equals 1. And this one works really well because if we have 0 zeros, okay, those would kind of looks like it cancels out, and so we're just left with 1. But the same thing would be if we had 9 to the 0. It just equals 1. Okay, you can try that on your calculator here. 9 raised to the power of 0, 1. Whoops, sorry, there we go, 1. Okay, turn the page. Okay, let's try a couple of these. I want to write each of these numbers in standard form. And standard form means we're going to draw it out using the powers of 10. Okay, so if we have 5 times 10 to the 4th, that's the same thing as saying 5 times, now 4 zeros is 10,000, so times 10,000. Okay, and that would be the same as 50,000. Okay, so this is all what I mean by standard form. We're going to take each of these expanded forms and write them in standard form and write the answer. Okay, so 4 times 10 squared, that's the same thing as saying 4 times 100 plus 3 times 10 to the 1. Well, I know that that's 10, so 3 times 10 plus 7 times 1. So that's the same thing as saying 400 plus 30 plus 7, okay, which gives me 437. Okay. Here's another one. Okay, we're using the power of 10. Let's write this in standard form. Okay, so to start this off, I'm going to have 2 times 1,000 plus 6 times 100 plus 4 times 10 plus 9 times 1. Okay, and so that gives me 2,000 plus 600 plus 40 plus 9. And when I put that all together, I get 2,649. Okay, and the last one here, we have 7 times 10 to the 3 plus 8 times 10 to the 0. Okay, so that is 7 times 1,000 plus 8 times 1. So we have 7,000 plus 8, which is 7,008. Okay, not that bad. Just a little step by step. Okay. So just to make sure we remember these special cases, okay, any number, so x means any number, so any number to the power of 1 is always the same number. Okay, so example, 5 to the 1 equals 5. Okay, or let's do 27 to the 1 is the same as 27. Okay, next up, anything to the power of, oh sorry, this is supposed to be, my apologies, this is supposed to be 0 to the power of x. Okay, so that's the same thing as saying, for example, 0 to the 10 equals 0. Okay, so if I go 0 raised to the power of 10, okay, I just get 0. Okay. Or if we want to try another one, we can go 0 raised to the power of 512. Okay, well, we still get 0. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. And then the last one is anything raised to the power of 0 equals 1. Okay, so for example, let's do 8 to the power of 0. 1. Okay, I like that. Or we can give you another example. Let's do 13 to the power of 0, also 1. Doesn't matter what the number is, it's always going to equal 1. Okay, nice job. Now I'd like you to try these practice questions on the textbook pages. Okay, see you later.